Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm going to be getting started in just a second. Just wrapping up a few things. Making sure I'm live on all the internet medias, the e-medias. Man, I'm a bit running behind today. So, for those who don't know, Massachusetts has kind of a strange town/village infrastructure, and I belong to the village of something in the town of something, and we had our annual town meeting, our annual spring town meeting. You have one in the spring, one in the fall last night, and it went 5 hours. So I didn't get home, even starting dinner until midnight, after midnight. So I'm running a little bit late here today. It's kind of an interesting bit of democracy if you're into that. The town meeting is basically anyone who shows up that's a registered voter in the town can vote. And rather than say like a city council format, we do have a board of selectmen. But for a lot of issues, including say like school funding and things like that, it actually goes to the town meeting where people have to vote either by saying yes or no, or standing up if the vote's close. And the town actually determines really its own fate in a way that you don't always see in a lot of communities. It was pretty interesting little exercise in democracy, seeing these local town meetings happen. And we had a big one today, or last night, because of the state's societal change with recreational marijuana use, and that they were trying to decide if they should allow these businesses in town and all that. So it was an interesting 5-hour town meeting, to say the least. But yeah, it's very new. You're right, Hephaestus. Very New England. It really, really is. Yeah. So, yeah. Were there angry mob members? Oh yeah. I mean, we were talking about whether or not pot shops should open up on Main Street, so to speak. And so yeah, it was quite the meeting last night. But I'm an old reporter guy, so I love this kind of thing, and I found it really interesting. Anyway, all right, let me get to the actual point of this show, which is Dungeons & Dragons Online. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream here on twitch.tv/DDO stream, youtube.com/DungeonsandDragons/live, and facebook.com/DDO Unlimited. I am DDO's Community Manager Cordovan, back on Wednesdays. Yes, I am no longer doing the special Friday thing. Thank you for the patience last week when we had our big 11th anniversary on the Lord of the Rings Online side. It's a really fun 12 hours. And Friday's session where we wrapped up our time on Sarlona. So I'm heading to Thelanis. And just kind of thought I'd show up at the start of the screen here to show what's been going on. So just this past Saturday, I finally TR'd Sekihan. Sekihan is the old mock duck that I've had since 2007, and he's got multiple past lives. But for a while, he has been a 17 favored soul 3 rogue thief acrobat build in basically a static group that I play in on Thelanis, the static guild I'm in. And it's been really fun, but I wanted to do an ASMR, I wanted to do an assassin, and I wanted to do a Vistani knife fighter. Why? Because I hadn't played an assassin in a long time, I have yet to play an ASMR, and I have yet to check out the Vistani knife fighter in a live game setting. So I ER/TR'd plus TR'd this character on Saturday and got him up to level 3. Also had to do a little bit of Caneth crafting to get myself some items at level 1 and what have you. So that all went pretty well, but I have to say I'm looking forward to this build. Basically I'm going high intelligence, but the trick is trying to find a good balance between the enhancement trees. So the problem I'm running into is I really need 4 enhancement trees to be invested in. I wanted to invest in ASMR just to the point that I got the wings, which is what, tier 1, right? 1 or 2, 1, right? I want to invest in Harper to the point that I can get intelligence to hit and damage because I'm a rogue and want to be assassin. You know, I want as high an intelligence as I can. Just because of the stat distribution, it makes sense to go basically Constitution, Dexterity, and Intelligence as my 3 main stats. So because I need to basically dump strength a little bit to make that all happen, I want to dip into Harper Agent to get intelligence to hit and damage. So that's 2. That's not an insignificant investment. 3, I want to do Vistani Knife Fighter, right? Maybe it's not the most optimal thing for my build, but it would be cool, and that's basically why I'm doing this particular build. So I need to invest in the Vistani Knife Fighter tree, but then I also want to be an assassin. And I don't think I can make it all happen because, you know, the assassinate ability is way up there on tier 5. And if I have to invest a little bit in Asimar, a moderate amount in Harper, at least a little bit in Vistani, I don't think there's enough points left over to get all the way up the tree in the assassin line. So I'm a little bit unsure quite how I'm going to handle this. I think I may end up not doing the assassinate ability, even though I want to be an assassin, which would be a first. It's generally we want assassinate if you're going to be an assassin, right? But I think just due to the nature of this build, I may have to kind of play around with it a little bit and be more of a backstabber with focus on sneak attack damage and DPS output rather than, say, the assassinate ability. I would still want a high intelligence because I'll use that for... Oh, I always get this confused. I can't remember if it's search or spot that's intelligence. I can never remember that one. Or it's disable is intelligence. Search is wisdom, right? Yeah. Anyway, I still need a high intelligence. Because I need a high intelligence, I might as well make that my main stat to hit and damage. And because it also matters for the skills, I need dexterity as well. Search is also int. Yeah, I always get this screwed up. Spot is wisdom, search is intelligence. Thank you. Yep. So, yeah, it sounds like I need some racial action points. I got the one. I got the one, and that didn't hurt. But, like I say, I just don't think... I'm going to have to play around a little bit with the planner, one of the online enhancement planners, to see, is there any way I can make this happen to get all the way to the assassinate tree while still doing everything else I want to do on this. But otherwise, I think I may just have to invest heavily in Vistani and just kind of have fun with it that way. So, yeah. Favored soul, love soon. Yes-ish. So, with favored souls, I do think we're going to see that happening later this year. I wouldn't want to give an exact time estimate as to when all that stuff's going to happen, as it kind of depends. But, yes, I do think that we're going to see that this year. Yep, so I am on Mockduck on Thalanis. If you would like to join me, I'm going to be running the newish Update 38 quests here. Might as well eat my racial tome. I haven't actually played this character in a while because I kind of was just playing Sekihan instead. So my other level 30, which is basically a pure wizard Mockduck here, kind of had, collected a little dust, shall we say, while I was playing this character. So, and I actually need to make a little bit of inventory space here quick. Sorry about making you guys watch me do inventory, but I got to do a little inventory. But this character is not terrible either. I've actually been really enjoying playing this character when I do play him. Okay, yeah, that Plane Forge Shield is going to be used for my... This is my crafter, by the way, and I'm not very high on crafting yet. I'm only level 117. But for Lobies, which is really what I'm crafting for, it's just fine, so... Oh yeah, I kind of want to do that, but why do I have this right now? Because I want the... Actually, you know what? I think I should switch out. I'm just going to take this right now, because the 32 sheltering and dodge is going to be better than these bracers. So I think I'm just going to do that. Trinket can go in. Exceptional Sybaris can go in. Raid Bypass Timer can go in. Actually, I need more space. Right? Everybody. I can drop the Mimic Bait. I don't need that. And I'm currently in... Oh, there we go. That explains that anyway. And then I've got a ring here to Kenneth craft at some point too. 12-year-old cake. I'll hang on to that for now. And I think we're all good. What is that? I don't need a teleporter requisition. There we go. Alright, so anyway, like I said, I'm going to be getting ready, and this week and next I will be playing on Thelanis, on this character, running the Disciples of Rage stiff. Actually, what is that bow? Ah, Roadwatch. BTCOE. Okay, I can get rid of that too. Alright, now I got a little bit of space here. Oh, I can also do that. I got enough to run, I think, for the show here today. So I was mostly just doing some Kenneth crafting stuff. So how do you do Kenneth crafting? The way I tend to be lazy about picking up, or about hanging on to Kenneth crafting gear. For weapons, I'll keep, say, some silver, some adamantine. But otherwise, I tend to just go to the auction house, sort by cheapest buyout, like if I need a ring, and then I just grab the cheapest thing on there that I can craft onto and make that happen. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just an inventory thing. Maybe it's just because I have a not insignificant amount of plat. But that's the way it works for me. Alright, getting back to the question in chat. Has work started on White Plume Mountain yet? Yes. Work is underway. Now that we have Disciples of Rage out the door, and basically our first main kind of bug fix patch, what have you, out of the way, our content team in particular is 100% doing White Plume Mountain right now. So yeah, Favored Soul Love soon. I'm going to say by the end of the year we should see that third Favored Soul tree. How long have I played the game? I have been playing since June of 2006. Dude, like 36 racial past lives, then you have the action points for ASMR? Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, but I really haven't done that. Backlagor says no Fridays on ice this Friday night. Other commitments. Okay, good to know. When is the next Guild Renown weekend? I don't know. But let me see, since that's come up here, what... Shoot. I hit the wrong button. Alright, never mind. What am I doing? Who am I? What am I doing? Okay. So yeah, this particular character basically is... invested in a little bit of Eldritch Knight, a little bit of Harper Agent, Archmage, basically Force stuff, and then just a tiny little dip into the Noom as well. Alright. Yeah, you should be able to do the new quests on level 26. Frankly, you're probably going to get your butt kicked on Elite here a little bit, but maybe not. Alright, I'm a wizard, so let's send either Grim or Flagon up front here. Things that do whack on things. Let's go up here first and take care of this section. Get the throne, what have you.
You climb up onto the roof, only to find that you've disturbed a group of armed halflings. I talked to the guard.
Cool. I haven't played this character in a little while, so I'm a little behind on things. Oops. Shoot. Let me see where that is. Do I actually have potions? Alright, let me be all pay to win and get some healing potions here from the store. I have the favor to buy more bank space? Yeah, I probably do. Alright, that'll work. They're even on sale.
This is an exquisitely crafted throw. Not at all what you'd expect to find in the hands of a halfling gangster. No doubt it fell off a cart.
Ah, shit. Use that heroic autos to level up my character? No, because I'm playing it as a group, right? So... I'm leveling up with a couple other people in the guild who have ERTR'd along with me. Loving Ravenloft, awesome job. I feel like I need a bucket of popcorn and 3D glasses for the old monster cinema. Yeah, I've been digging it too. I'm looking forward to, frankly, doing lots of Ravenloft stuff at on my level 30, or once I hit level 10 on this TR thing. ERTR thing. Oh, so Lona didn't get their points last week? It's probably because I was super busy. Alright, I'll take care of that. What is the Scarecrow in my inventory? That is the pre-purchase from Ravenloft thing. You get it for one of the bundles in Ravenloft. Any info on the Mithril Lock and toxic treatment? Yes, but I'm not sure that it's 100% accurate. So I talked to the dev who made the quest after last Friday's show, and frankly I've been really busy this week, so I haven't had a chance to follow up, so I apologize. But at the time, I was told that we probably just have not yet found the chest. That it's located in one of 3 random places and is fairly hidden. That when you kill the drow, you auto-get the key, so you don't actually need a physical key object in order to complete the optional. But you do need to find the chest in order to complete the optional. So the way it's been described to me is that we just haven't found the chest yet. That said, I have not heard of anybody finding this chest, so it may well be that we're going to need to sick the person who made the quest to double-check to make sure that it is indeed actually showing up. Where's the best guide for reincarnation located? My characters are all first lifers. I do not know what all the advantages are in reincarnation. I would recommend the DDO wiki. Just search DDO plus reincarnation in Google. Click on the DDO wiki post about it. That's going to have all the info you need. Overall, it's fairly easy, though. You need to get, like, the proper heart, and then you speak to the Life Shaper, which is located in the Hall of Heroes. They'll kind of talk you through the process. You'll want to read the things that are there, and then it'll have you put in the Heart of Wood. You'll accept it, and then you'll want to close the game client, Technically, you can log out, but I really recommend people close the game client. It helps save your character data, prevents any issues.
I do hope that you find what you're
And then when you next log in, you'll see a reincarnate button on your character. Just click on that, you'll type in your name to confirm it, and then you'll reincarnate. Crystal Cove soon? No. It's going to be a little while in Crystal Cove. It'll be later this summer before we get to Crystal Cove, I'm afraid. So. But we will, when we do get it, we're going to
The tavern owner insists that you get rid of the thugs outside the blazing beacon before he
have
lets you
updated loot.
inside.
So that'll be good. Yes, I'm working on the weekend bonus. Let me call that up. Yeah, good one. Okay, so the weekend bonus is a recruitment week. So we are going to do 10% buddy XP along with 50% guild XP. It's not specified in the bonus, but I am going to say because it's 10%, that'll be parties, not raids. Typically we do 5% if we include raids, and 10% if it's just parties. And 50% guild renown bonus. Now that starts on late Thursday morning and goes a full week. So it'll go through next Wednesday, being shut off the next Thursday morning when we change things up for the next bonus. Anything new content-wise you guys are entertaining? So really next up is White Plume Mountain, which is a classic Dungeons & Dragons module that was also done relatively recently in 5th edition in the Tales for the Yawning Portal book, if you would like to find out more about that. And that'll be coming next, which probably means later this summer.
Rolo agrees to let you into the tavern's side entrance.
50% guild XP. Hey, Zero Cool over on YouTube. Hey, Kevin, make a death save. Thankfully, I don't have to do that. I warn you, I am pretty rusty on this wizard. It's been a while since I played him, so once I kind of get back into the swing of what the heck I'm doing, I should be more... I should be better. Right now, I'm kind of wimpy. This character I also tend to find I have to concentrate a lot on, so it's going to be a little hard to kind of live stream, multitask, and do everything I want to do on this character, but, you know, we'll make it work. Yawning Portals, PNP Gold, yeah, I have to admit, I am a fan of that book myself. It's a good one. It's really got 4 classic modules remade for 5th edition in it, and it's good stuff. So. No, I can't hint at any new races. I think we... Yeah, I can't hint at any new races at this time, no. Is White Plume Mountain going to be an expansion? No. White Plume Mountain is going to be an adventure pack, and it's going to be an expanded... We're going to have both White Plume Mountain and Tales around it. You know, as White Plume Mountain is, after all, one dungeon, and an adventure pack is going to be multiple dungeons. So, unlike, say, Temple of Elemental Evil, where we had a very large area, we're going to do something a little bit different and have both White Plume Mountain along with things related to White Plume Mountain. And that should be pretty cool. I think you'll enjoy it. I don't really want to give out any hints about what that means, but if you look at the White Plume Mountain map and you are familiar with the classic module, you may well be able to sort of figure out what the intention might be there. Dang. And I'm just getting toasted. No. Darn it. Does VIP only have benefits during the time you paid for, or buying at once unlocks stuff forever? Similar to Lotro. First off, that's not similar to Lotro. I think there are some aspects that once you're VIP, you will see benefits from longer term, but the benefits of VIP are active when you are VIP. Is it per party member, the 10%? Yes. So if you have a full party, it'll be up to 50% XP. Yeah, I really appreciate the comment that Dag says over on YouTube much earlier in the show, but nonetheless, very, very good. And that question, or that comment is, that definitely sounds like an interesting build.
Optional?
Yeah, sure, why not? Much like some of my characters, I think you will find it beneficial to reset and redo enhancements several times as you level up. Yes, that is actually what I intend to do here. I fully expect that I'm going to have to do exactly that, which is, you know, level up, kind of redo my enhancements a couple of times throughout the course of this process, because there are things I'm going to want to do at lower levels that really aren't going to matter so much at higher levels, and vice versa. So that's, yes, I think that is exactly my plan here, is I'm going to have multiple kind of resets of the enhancement tree based on what level I'm at. Any thoughts about where we might go in future expansions? Yes, but I cannot say them to you now. I apologize. We have plans. Is there a chance we may get new low-level quests? I think we're largely focusing on the higher end at this point, although, say, Ravenloft does have level 10. I don't really see us going significantly lower than that for the foreseeable future.
The manager of the night market stands on a terrace overlooking the harbor, surrounded by cultists. Ah, you found it! Good, you found it! Can't happen anymore. You must stop the cultists before they can carry out their plan.
So while I do think we will continue to see both high and low-level versions of our quests, I don't see us really going that low level with them anytime in the future. Near future. Does the renown bonus apply to sagas?
We are the ones behind this?
Yeah, right?
The disciples of Rage welcome what's coming, but it's not our doing. We are merely here to celebrate the end of... Hold on. What's happening? To your amazement, the beacon that has always shone over the harbor flickers.
The 3 purple attack, that magic missile? Yeah, so I may end up changing it out, but right now I'm basically force spec'd, and I've got these SLAs for a low spell point cost, and then chain missiles, which is heck of a good spell. I really like my chain missiles. I have one version for the SLA and one version for not. I also, when I'm not on high-end elite stuff like this, I'm a pretty good insta-deather. but it's not going to help anything on this one in particular, as it's a little bit too... The DCs are a little bit higher than I can generally hit. Except I got that guy. I do also have, for the times where I know that I'm coordinated enough, like generally focusing outside of live streaming, I have Arcane Insight. So for 30 seconds, I have a +6 to all my spell DCs, and spell pen. But, so if I know, for example, like, if I wasn't in the live stream here and I was in a coordinated group and we were going to take out these people, I would pop that, and then I would do my Wail of the Banshee / Finger of Death for 30 seconds to up my DCs enough to hopefully overcome what I need to do here on Epic Elite. Legendary Elite.
Something terrible has happened to the residents of this neighborhood. Some stand in place, ranting to themselves. Others lash out savagely at anyone who comes close.
Could we eventually create a Planescape expansion? Yeah, I mean, we could, right? There's nothing exactly stopping us.
The Mind Flayer uses his psionic powers to pacify the enraged residents in and around the restaurant.
It's pretty cool, Randy. Getting the way up here. What am I doing? I actually want to find my way over to the restaurant if I can, but at this point we're basically going to the guardhouse. Did someone talk to Fred here so that we can get his assistance when we go outside?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Somebody did.
Are there plans to revamp, add additional XP like it was done in the past, like Crucible to the Inspired Quarter, Dreaming Dark, even the Battleground of Shavroth?
They're not fighting.
That's not something we have really planned to do. Something we could do. Overall, I think Inspired Quarter isn't really in the worst shape. They're pretty short, quick quests. But, you know, we could. At this point, I'm just kind of waiting for my... spell points. Ah, good. Alright. No!
A single mental point. The friendly Mind Flayer calms the rioters in the night.
Yay. What? Okay, there we go. Kind of wimpy till I hit a shrine. Yeah, I tend to run Inspired Quarter a lot when I'm level 18.
Now rest shrine.
Shavroth perhaps does need it, but we'll see. Secular Squirrel. Yeah, I mean, there's really the entire team. I think we're in one of our best places ever in the history of DDO in terms of the makeup of our dev team, in terms of their skill, their vet status, as it were. So even the non-public folks deserve a lot of praise. But I don't really want to call them out if... I don't know. Asiomeister, I'm going to say your question is basically, are we going to lower the level of old loot to make it valuable? Probably not. It's not to say that we're opposed to it. It's just a matter of, you know, kind of making all loot sort of scale to be active. It's just not real likely. Sorry. I mean, I appreciate that you don't feel Inspired Quarter is worth the XP. I guess for me it is. I tend to run it a lot, because I find it's totally worth the XP. Got a lot of awesome XP out of Inspired Quarter. You can tear through those quests super duper quick.
Quick, ring the bell to summon the guards inside.
At least in my experience.
You ring the bell, the doors fly open and guards rush out. For a moment you're sure you've found help. Then you notice the fear in their eyes and the anger in their voices. The enraged guards attack.
I'm just trying to nuke this dude while I can. Lots of purple damage. That's why I like this force stuff. Useful thing, that. Alright.
A curse that causes uncontrollable rage. You should return to the House Jarasco and warn them of this disaster.
Alright, good luck. Stormreach Guardian's crossbow. That'll be useful if I ever have a mechanic again. Never hurt to have a little PRR either. Anyone else get anything? Any plans to consider level 24 and 28 Caneth challenge gear? I think there are some commercial realities regarding Caneth challenges that would make it a questionable business decision were we to spend a lot of time working on Caneth challenges. But theoretically, it's not terrible. I mean, if there's a lot of community interest in doing more Caneth challenges, perhaps, or more challenges in general, perhaps it's something we could consider. But in general, they're not our most popular content. Shoemaker, you are reading about the new named item discovery potions, and I'm curious if there has been talk for a named item bonus weekend that would either give a flat percentage boost to a chance to get a named item or a 1 to 3% boost per party member. Yes, that is something we have considered. If that's something we end up doing, we'll let you know, of course. But it would probably be a flat percentage boost as opposed to a boost per party member. The voice of the narrator.
A strange vapor seeps off.
This person is in Ravenloft, so that may be where you hear him. This person also does work for Lord of the Rings Online, too. Will we add more Eberron feats, also other 3-5 feats? Potentially? Feats are not really something we have focused on as much as, say, updating enhancements. But theoretically we could. They would probably be more generic 3-5 feats than they would be Eberron-specific feats, but I suppose it really just depends as to what we're working on in context.
You get the sense that too many people have been forced to live in this wall. Suddenly, shouts break out behind the front. Shouts filled with madness and rage. Riders and corpses have been pacified. Yet you can hear more shouts coming from the alley.
How about a DDO scavenger hunt? That reminds me, I am going to be announcing, I think, probably for next week. I'm going to be doing a thing on the live servers over the next couple of weeks called ICU. And the general theory, or the plan is, I'm going to be spending, let's say, an hour or so on each of the game worlds. Probably do a couple hours a night. Maybe a couple hours during the day. And it's going to be a hide and seek. So if you find Cordovan, like my official Cordovan admin character, I will get you one of the new Islet creature companions. I see you, right? Yeah, I know, I'm so puntastic. But I've been wanting to do that for a couple of weeks here, and life has just kept me too busy. But I have a little bit of time the next couple of weeks to get to this, so I'm hoping to do that, you know, starting next week here. So keep an eye out for a forum announcement on that. I'll probably put something at least on the forums, perhaps even on the launcher as well. It'll be a pretty laid-back sort of hangout. You know, I'm just gonna sort of make my admin invisible, pop on over to a place, become uninvisible, and then for the next time someone's like, yo, I'll probably have them do an emote to mark it. That way they have to be close by and they can't just send a tell or what have you. We're not really ready to talk about what our plans are post White Plume Mountain. I'm sorry. We have plans, and they're very cool, but we're just not in a position, the approvals and what have you have just not aligned yet for us to be able to let you know about that.
The way is now open.
See, I think ICU is a pretty great name for a hide-and-seek event. Oops. If someone made a fan-made enhancement tree, would we check it out? We would almost certainly read it. It is probably less likely we would actually implement it. Not that we... I mean, I guess it depends, right? But at the same time, coming up with ideas is usually not the sticking point. It's doing all the work to implement it. Yes, Fire the Dragon Leader. You are 100% correct. We need to widen the launcher to fix the word wrap as it is cutting off parts of words when the scroll bar is over them. Yes, we're aware of that, and yes, we do actually have some plans to do exactly that, to update the game launcher. It's just a matter of making that engineering work fit into the schedule. There are some other reasons we want to do it as well. It's a little cumbersome coming up with, like, our e-commerce folks. It's a little cumbersome coming up with those sales figures because they tend to be vertically aligned, whereas most of our other promos are horizontally aligned. Plus the way the launcher is set up is you kind of have to... It's a little bit of a hacky solution. So we're going to try to standardize that and make it... really just kind of give the launcher a facelift here in the future at some point. No exact timeline, though, on that. A bacon tree. Yep. Bunch of SLAs. Eat one bacon. Eat two bacon. Eat all the bacon. Yeah, there you go.
The woman issues orders to nearby cultists. She turns to greet you as you approach.
Are there plans to update the arcane enhancement tree? Yes. We... Favored Soul is most likely next, along with some other things that we're not really ready to talk about. But in terms of the class work, it is likely that the Favored Soul tree, along with... Dang it. Get out of my way. It's likely the Favored Soul tree will be next, and then after that will be Sorks and Wizards. But no idea what the timeline is. Really kind of, it's too up in the air at this point. No, Zero Cool, I have not seen the new Avengers movie yet. I have been one busy dude. What can I say? Well, life is keeping me really busy on weekends and such. I'm a homeowner, and I got a yard. Or a yard! I got a yard! In Massachusetts speak. I had to take, like, man, not even exaggerating, like 20 wheelbarrows worth of winter crud off my lawn last couple of weekends. Just like sticks and old leaves and dead plants from the fall and what have you. That plus just, other kind of things going on in my life has kept me busy. I have to admit, though, unlike the fine person who will be following me, Follow the Noob, after the show here today, I am actually not a big Avengers fan. I know it's a controversial thing. Everybody loves those movies. Everybody loves those movies except for me. I don't know. It's a me problem. I'm not here to criticize. I like it when people like things. But I just don't really like them very much. That includes Iron Man. I know, sacrilege, but it's true. What can I say? It's just the reality of my life. I am not really into the Avengers movies. I'm not really into any of the Marvel movies. And I was even a big Marvel Comics fan growing up. Equally controversial topic. What did I think of the Dungeons and Dragons movie? I loved it. I love the Dungeons and Dragons movies. Note that I am not saying it is a good movie. I have it on Blu-ray. I have a soft spot for really bad movies, and that may qualify.
This secret door reveals a small office where Lorowith hides from the rioting outside.
I really like the first, and I legit. So like, I like the first one just because it's bad, but it's fun bad. And I kind of actually like parts of Wrath of the Lich King. That's the second one. There are parts of that that I like legit like. And I haven't seen the third one. Because I haven't had cable. I was like sci-fi only or something like that. Imagine a DDO movie? I know. We've talked about that over the years on DDO Cast and such, but here's my elevator pitch for the Dungeons and Dragons movie. If you're hearing this, Wizards of the Coast, I have no money. And I'm not going to say you're going to make any money, but you should totally do it. We should adapt the Vela storyline into a movie. I think it would actually work quite well. Have a big animated dragon, and here would be the voice of the dragon. In my opinion, the voice of the dragon should be Sigourney Weaver. Should be the voice of Vela. That is my elevator pitch on a Dungeons and Dragons online movie. Set in Eberron, doing the Vela storyline, with Sigourney Weaver voicing Vela.
Ah, dang it.
Resources provided by House Tarasco will now go to the people trapped inside the quarantine zone, as intended.
Yeah, we should really put a res shrine out here. You know what? Let me take care of y'all, since I can't get back out through it. If I don't have... I'll get to that question in just a second here.
Good idea.
Where's my stuff? What am I doing? Did I not buy it? Oh, there we go.
I got red scroll.
All right. All right, let me see. What did folks think of my idea? Perhaps I should be a guest on MST3K. I would love to be a guest on MST3K. I actually saw them back in the mid-90s at the University of Minnesota. And I actually grew up with MST3K because they're Minnesota-based back in the day. And they started with, it was on the UHF Channel 59 out of the Twin Cities. Doing the old Godzilla movies and such. And I used to watch them on it. So I go way back on MST3K. Have I seen Time Bandits? Yeah, I liked it. I'm not sure you're saying, will it come back? Will what come back? Oh, the Crimson Leaf robe? Probably not. So, I have talked about that in the past. I guess I don't really... It's a bit of a long conversation. But there are some items that would need to be redone. And we just... It's not commercially viable to redo them. Alright, that is going to wrap it up with the live stream here. I will get you guys a DDO points code later on in the day today. Let me quick go through questions. Can we get a similar thing with the gem hunt to do Stealer of Souls like we did with Litany of the Dead? Yeah, I would love that. Maybe we can sick Linabelle on it. What is on my shirt? What is on my shirt? This is a podcast called The Orbiting Human Circus. If you ever are into any of the Night Vale stuff, The Orbiting Human Circus is sort of a part of that same family of stuff. It's kind of a weird radio variety show, and I really like it. So I saw it live in Providence a while back, maybe a year or so ago. All right, that's going to wrap it up with the live stream here today. I will be back next Wednesday on Thalanis again for part 2. We'll be running more of this stuff. Until then, you can find our full schedule over on the Twitch page, and I will talk to you next week. Have fun, everyone. See ya.